Welcome to our weekly roundup of key business developments in Sri Lanka. I'm Nishani Figura. Let's first take a look at the main stories for this week. Sri Lanka resumes talks with bondholder group. FDIs to exceed $3 billion in 2024. Cabinet approves new Technology Promotion Act. In our top story this week, Sri Lanka resumed talks with the private creditor bondholder group with the intention of finalizing a debt restructuring deal by June this year. Discussions are intended to ensure that any agreement will not lead to a second round of debt restructuring in the future. The bondholder group's rejected proposal involved the issuance of macro-linked bonds and plain vanilla bonds with a 28% haircut on the nominal amount. The IMF is currently in the process of evaluating if the said proposal is in line with the IMF's debt sustainability parameters. A deal with the bondholder group is crucial for Sri Lanka to receive the third tranche of $337 million under the IMF facility. Sri Lanka dollar bonds have delivered double-digit returns in 2024, mainly due to domestic policy reforms and ongoing debt negotiations. According to Paul Greer, an emerging markets debt portfolio manager at Fidelity International, the most fragile countries in emerging markets are becoming less fragile, mainly from domestic policy reforms. This week, the Cabinet passed the new Technology Promotion Act, replacing the 20-year-old Information and Communication Technology Act. The new act will help Sri Lanka achieve technology advancement in digital entrepreneurship. Further, a proposal was made to establish a Technology Innovation Council and a Digital Transformation Agency. The Cabinet also approved a power wheeling facility to private entities. The facility will allow entities to use the Ceylon Electricity Board's transmission network to transport electricity to different locations in the country, thus enabling electricity users to utilize existing supply from another location, all subject to a fee. This facility will also allow users to build mini hydro plants with the aim of promoting renewable energy. According to Dilum Amanugama, Minister of Investment Promotion, Sri Lanka will be able to exceed the investment target of $1 billion for 2024 to $3 billion. He added that this will be possible due to large-scale investments such as the recently approved $500 million Adani wind power project and the $2.8 billion Hambantota oil refinery project. The State Ministry was able to secure around $1.8 billion in the second half of 2023. The minister further noted that efforts to promote investment abroad have begun, with representatives appointed to the investment board, and notable successes have been achieved in countries like Britain, Canada, France, Italy, and Germany. Worker remittances in April was a significant $544 million, bringing the year-to-date inflows to over $2 billion. Strong growth in worker remittances is bringing in the much-needed dollar inflows to the economy, helping to reduce the balance of payment deficit. In our weekly tourism update, during the first 12 days of May, just over 46,000 tourists arrived in the country. In the year, almost 830,000 tourists have arrived. Daily arrivals were 3,837 in the month, down from the 4,962 recorded in April. India was the main primary source market, followed by Maldives and China. Tourism earnings in April grew to $226 million, up 52% from a year earlier. Tourism earnings in the first 4 months of 2024 surpassed $1.25 billion, significantly higher from a year earlier. State Minister of Finance Jehan Semasinghe expressed confidence in exceeding $5 billion in tourism earnings by year-end. The all-share price index at the Colombo Stock Exchange continued to remain volatile this week, with the index falling from a recent high. The index remains about 15% higher from the start of the year. Wednesday saw the highest single-day net foreign buying for the year, with a strategic deal for Ambion Capital taking place, offsetting mixed local investor sentiment. At the Treasury bill auction held on Wednesday, yields on all maturities decreased for the 6th consecutive week. Bids amounting to 398 billion rupees were received, of which 177 billion were accepted. The Sri Lankan rupee depreciated further against the dollar this week, with the central bank's indicative mid-spot rate ranging around 298 to 301 rupees. And with that, we wind up for this week. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel at the link below for regular updates on economic and business developments in Sri Lanka. Until we see you again next week, thank you for watching. Stay safe.